Hello, it's been forever. Welcome back to Dear Twin Flame. Sorry I've been MIA lately. Lots going on in my world. I've actually recorded a whole bunch of videos over this past week and a bit. But for one reason or another, they haven't been posted. Some of them I made the executive decision to not post them because I felt like they were going to be triggering or come across as confrontational or what have you. And that's not my intention with this channel, and never my intention with my messages is to cast judgment. Not that I wasn't casting judgment, but I could see how it would be interpreted that because I was pretty passionate about a few things. And yeah, so anyway, I chose not to post those messages. I might come back to some of those topics on another time if I can find a better way to say that doesn't cause ruffled feathers, because like I said, through all of my videos, my intentions my intentions are pure of heart, and and none of these messages are meant to be manipulative or judgmental. They're just really me needing to say out loud what I'm feeling, and hope without question that my dear twin flame can hear my words. So that being said, yeah, it's been a crazy week and a bit. We're coming out of Mercury retrograde. It is totally lambasted my son. He's had a rough few weeks, missing a lot of school, anxiety, depression, overwhelming, and now we're finding out that there's possible learning difficulties, which is really hard to wrap my head around. Not that I have any doubt that there is a problem, but he's just always been an exceptional student, and it's as he's getting older and he can express himself better, we're finding key areas that things go all muddled, and he's always relied on his ability to figure things out, like to take the information he has and search for new information to be able to get where he needs to go outside of the classroom setting, I suppose. So if a teacher's saying something he doesn't understand, he's really good at finding another way, finding a different approach. Hitting high school and bigger workloads and more time restraints has limited that out of class time, and he's struggling, and it's all around math and equations and things that we never really recognize, because even when he's struggling, he's still pulling off A's, but the frustration levels now and his confusion in certain situations has really amplified. Anyway, that's not why I'm here. But I'm just sharing because I feel like my twin flame also mirrors some of these issues with his kids, and I just wanted to remind him that he's not alone. We do this together, whether we're together or not. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to read, because I found some things that I hadn't written on paper, but I'd written on my phone, because I get these things I need to say when I'm out and about, not just when I'm at home and writing, sitting with my journal. So sometimes I write things down that I wish I could say to him, and I found a bunch more. So I wanted to share this one. This letter, I don't even know when it was dated, because somehow in my saving it to remember or to bring it up in my video, I changed the date. But I know it was probably over a year ago that I wrote it. But it's very applicable to this channel. So yeah, basically the idea of this channel and all of these letters I've ever written were to help my twin flame learn from the journey that I've already taken. And so that's what this is about. And it says, I hope maybe you can learn from the journey I've already taken. Some of my key points are this. First and foremost, everything happens for a reason. Keep your intentions true. You can't sacrifice to fit anyone else's needs or wants. You can't sacrifice you to fit anyone else's needs or wants. Unaddressed fear becomes resentment. It's a false belief if you are not. It is a false belief that you are not needed and that you are not loved. You are needed. You are loved very much. Across the board. I can give you a list of people if you need it. You can't expect someone to love you more than you love yourself. That one's key. That one's a big one. If you can't love you, you can't expect anybody else to love you. But more importantly, and yeah, coming up on my next point. My next point is love is not transactional. So to say, as long as you do the things that make me feel good, or more importantly, you don't do the things that make me feel bad, I will love you. That's not love. So if somebody puts a condition on their love for you, that's not love. So yeah, you either love or you don't. There's no, but the key is you have to love yourself. And if others aren't going to love you, then you can still love them. That's all right, but walk away because you deserve better. Yeah. And that's across the board. Work, friendships, relationship, like spouses, whomever, family. I've released a lot of relationships over the last little while, all of which needed me to be what they needed me to be, and held their love on a condition, but also they didn't like it when I demanded more for myself. When I said, you can't treat me this way, I won't be this, whatever this is that you need, because I'm sacrificing myself to do that. They didn't like that. They didn't like that at all. And it wasn't, it changes your vibration. It changes your vibration when you can see the good and you can hold yourself up and you can see your self-worth. And when you change your vibration, it makes it really uncomfortable for those who aren't vibrating on a positive level to be in your presence. And in that case, I say, you can still love them as they walk away, or as you walk away, or whatever that looks like. But you also have to be careful that the people you're pushing away are the right people. Like, are you pushing them away because you're not vibrating on a good level? You're vibrating like in negativity and it's all bad. And that in turn you push them away because they're vibrating on a better level. Then that's a time to like step back and look at yourself and say, how can I be better? How can I be true to my true self better? Yeah. And in case you're having problems, which probably not, you don't need to care about what I think. You just need to care about what you think, really. But if you need reminding of why you should love yourself, this is my truth. I love you. I support you in anything you need, even if I don't like it. I want you to be happy no matter what. So I want you to be happy, even if that means the picture isn't what I think I would like. It's not about what I want. It's about your happiness and my happiness too. But I don't. This sounds really harsh, but I don't need you to be happy. I'm happy with me. Can we be happy together? That would be awesome. But I don't need anybody to be happy. I'm good with me. I'm having a great time. Anyway, so I say all these things. I say all of this because when I go to sleep at night, I know we have an unbreakable connection, and knowing and understanding that is how I can go to sleep every night happy. I don't have to be together in this physical plane to be connected. I see you in my dreams and my journeys. I feel you by my side during my highs and my lows, just as I am with you during yours. I'm with you during yours. I can feel you. Happy, content, miserable, angry. I got it all. Would I like to touch your face and feel your skin under my fingers? Of course. But until you're at a place in your journey and you want to invite me in, I'm good. Just know you're always welcome to join in my journey. You are loved for the truth of who you are, not for the mask that you wear to appease others. You are loved for your soul, your truth, and the light that you have within. So that was one of the letters. Another point I said, and I think I know I've talked about this before, but one of my biggest fears when I was in my relationship was that if I left, I would be alone. I was terrified of that, so terrified that I was willing to accept being treated as less than I am. And I know that I'm not alone in this. There are lots of us who stay in bad relationships because we have convinced ourselves that being disrespected is better than being alone. But we shouldn't fear being alone because there's power in rediscovering your own voice. My friends remind me of my worth, and with their help I'm remembering how to walk in my own truth. No one has the power to shatter your dreams unless you give it to them. No one has the power to shatter your dreams unless you give that power to them. That's big. And I refuse to give my power to anyone again. I just refuse. I'm good with me. Yeah, I can make my own calls. Thank you very much. If anything, I hope that my revealing my truth inspires you to realize your own. So that was another part. And I think I included that in the big letter that I read, but again, I found all these little notes stuck in my phone that this was so this is the third one. This one's interesting. It's a quote for something, and I don't even know what it's from, but it made me smile because, well, first of all, it's a water-based thing, which I'm a water-based person. Bring on the water to ground me and to make me happy. Any kind, shower, bath, lake, waterfall, you name it, water's good. Anyway, this quote came from something, but I love it, and I think it's really, really key. So, the universe is waiting for you to decide to take a shower. It will wait forever, showing you sweet streams, fabulous waterfalls, and beautiful bathrooms while it waits for you to realize it's time to wash the stink off. That smell is coming from all the stuff you're doing that denies your true path. The distractions, the careers you're great at but don't fulfill you, the people who stroke your ego instead of your heartstrings, the stuff you buy to fill the quiet spot that only fulfillment can touch. So go shower, go float, go surf, but get back to your truth, because the second you remember your magnificence is the moment the universe starts throwing everything you've ever wanted back at you. And I mean everything. That's so good. It's so true. Wash the stank off. Let it all go. I got goosebumps. This is a good one. This one's getting posted. Wash it off. Let it go. Follow this, not this. It's important. It's important. Find your bliss. Find your bliss. You deserve it. All the twin flames listening to this video, find your bliss. Wash the crap off. Let ego go and find your happy, because it's so good on the other side. Yeah, it's so good on the other side. Yeah. And I can say that because, you know what, it's been a shitty couple weeks, but I'm still good. I'm still happy. I'm still, life throws crap at you, but I'm walking my truth. So I walk it and I deal with whatever's put in front of me, but I can see the blessings in it. It sucks that my boy hasn't been at school. But and I don't like to see him suffering at all, but this time that he's been at home has allowed me to reconnect with him. Teenagers are wonderful of living in their own little bubbles and never having a conversation for weeks on end. Him being home and having these struggles has opened up a door in our communication again. And it reminded me that he does trust me. It reminded me that he does need me still. It reminded me that if push comes to shove, I know he's going to come to me when he needs me. That's a blessing. Sucks that he has to be in this spot, but to reaffirm our relationship and to remind him of finding that balance in his life and what's truly important and what's really not has been, it's been great for both of us. It's been great for both of us. So, yeah, you find the blessings in the crap, and you can do that because you've washed the stink off. You've washed all that stuff off that you don't need hanging on and that aren't your truth. It's great. I love it. Anyway, it's probably long enough. What are we at? We're getting there. So, anyway, yeah, the other videos, I might revisit the topics again at another time, but just know I have been thinking about you and I have been talking to you. I just didn't want it to come off in a way that was not my intention. Get a little passionate at times. Sorry. But here's my truth, or here's just a fact that I've learned to live with. If for whatever reason the universe steps in and things don't happen, or for instance, two of the videos, my son came in halfway through, I just deleted them. It wasn't meant to be. The timing wasn't there. Another one of the videos, it wouldn't upload. Okay, that's my sign from the universe not to push it, and I'm good with that. I will listen. I'm listening to the signs, listening to the messages, and following and trusting in the higher powers. Yeah. So this one, I feel I've got the tingles going on. Everybody's saying that's what needs to be heard. So with much love and much light, I wish you well and say, dear twin flame, you are loved and you are missed.